What's the word? Welcome to Visuals for the Culture once again, man. It's your host Nino, and we back with more crazy news in the Bronx. But you're not surprised though. Oh, and before we get into that, I just wanna let y'all know that the love is not unnoticed, man. I appreciate all the new subscribers, all the comments and likes, man, all the views, bro. Like, we gonna keep this going. But let's get into the first story. It's gonna be an update about the shooting that happened in St. James Park with the two young boys and the two older guys. So, according to police, they have received the names and photos of the main suspects in the shooting of a Bronx park, which 4 people, including 2 children, were wounded. Police identified the shooting suspect as 16-year-old Michael Taylor. Cops re-released a photo of the suspect taken from inside an elevator in a building in the Bronx. The driver of the scooter used in the shooting has been identified as 20-year-old Angel Hernandez. Cops released a mugshot of Hernandez from a previous case. At around 6 p.m. on July 11th, 2 men on a motorized scooter rode up to St. James Park in the vicinity of East 193rd Street and Morris Avenue, right near the Kingsbridge Armory. The park was filled with lots of people enjoying the summer. The rider on the back dismounted the scooter and then opened fire. The gunman fired numerous rounds into the crowd, striking a 6-year-old boy in the calf and grazing a 3-year-old boy in the calf. A 25-year-old man was shot in the lower back and a 23-year-old was shot in the left leg. They're not sure as to who was the intended target, but all victims were rushed to the hospital and they are recovering. Listen, bro, I just said this the last joint. Y'all little niggas, and see, I'm right. Niggas 16 and 20. Y'all little niggas doing dumb shit, and then y'all go to y'all buildings, take off your mask like they do not follow y'all on camera to wherever y'all scooter stop. They using the cameras in conjunction with whatever streets y'all going to. As soon as you go in the building, boom, it's over. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the update on that. Them niggas going to jail. Simple as that. Let's move on to the next story. So, a man was beaten unconscious by his Bronx neighbor, dies 11 days later. So, according to the Daily News, a 56-year-old man was beaten unconscious by his Bronx neighbor and died 11 days later. His accused attacker could now face more serious charges, police say. The neighbors got into a fight in front of the Bronx Care Life Recovery Center, an addiction treatment center where the suspect lives on Fulton Ave near 169th Street in Morrisania, at about 10:15 p.m. or a.m., on June 30th, cops said. Medics rushed the victim, suffering severe facial injuries, in critical condition to Lincoln Hospital, where he died on Tuesday. His name has not been released because his family lives outside of the city and has not been notified of his death. Kyron Randall, 30 years old, was arrested at the scene and charged with felony assault. Randall, who is 6 feet, 225 pounds, is being held on Rikers Island on a $25,000 bail. He's due back in court on Wednesday. Randall has 1 prior arrest for arson in 2016. I mean, clearly he's burnt out. Clearly, you know what I'm saying? You a 30-year-old man beating the crap out of an old man in front of the addiction spot. But then that's the key word. They in front of the rehab spot. Feel me? So most likely they crackheads or heroin addicts or recovering or whatever the case is, feel me? But it's not like, more often you see stuff like that happen in bottom spots, bro. You know what I'm saying? They probably arguing over some type of drug, but that's very unfortunate. My condolences to the older man who lost his life, man. This shit is senseless. This is why in my poll I'm asking, do y'all think it's drugs, gangs, poverty? What is it? Because in the Bronx we got all different aspects of craziness. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my condolences, man, and shit. So as we move on, we have a story that take place in Brooklyn, but it has to do with one of our fellow Bronxites, you know. So here's what the article states. A shocking incident outside of a Brooklyn bodega resulted in the death of a 36-year-old man identified as Serviriano John Reyes. Reyes was fatally stabbed when he intervened after a stranger began taking pictures of his cousin, a 27-year-old woman, at a bodega in Williamsburg on Friday night. The altercation escalated quickly, also leaving a 45-year-old male relative of Reyes injured. Despite the immediate response of emergency services, the injuries sustained by Reyes proved to be fatal. His family, including 2 young children, are now left devastated by the sudden passing. The woman and the other male relative involved sustained minor injuries and are currently hospitalized. Law enforcement agencies are still in pursuit of the suspect who fled the scene. Bro, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like usual. But, like, everybody keeps getting stabbed. So, boom. You saying my man's walked in the store with his cousin and his other relative. Some freaky weirdo nigga, some creep nigga, he's taking pictures of his family member, a young female. I mean, she ain't a kid, but you taking pictures of a female like as if they can't see you doing that. He confronts you about it, and then you stab him, her, and the other relative. Bro, it's drugs. See, I thought it was only the Bronx, but like I said, Brooklyn is burnt out too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened, why is so much mentally unstable people in the street getting a chance to just harm people, bro. But we need to do something, bro. This joint is bugged out. Like, eventually you're gonna have a bunch of people who's just trying to defend their life start going to jail, because if we hearing stories like this on the daily, what you think? You think niggas not gonna grip up, get they knives, they razors, whatever the case is? Women too. You gonna start hearing women catching bodies because this is out of control. You know what I'm saying? This is bugged out, man. But my condolences to the Bronx man, Mr. John. You know what I mean? My condolences. You died a good man. You was defending your family. You ain't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue, man. My condolences again to the family. So, we got another senseless shooting in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? According to the Daily News, a man 35 fatally shot in the head during a clash on a Bronx street. The article states, a 35-year-old man was fatally shot in the head during a clash on the Bronx street, police said on Wednesday. Anthony Wolfie Gonzalez got into an argument with his killer on Gleason Avenue near St. Lawrence Avenue about 10:30 p.m. on July 11th. The killer pulled a gun and shot Gonzalez in the head as the quarrel escalated. Medics rushed Gonzalez to Jacoby Medical Center, where he died 2 days later. He was just around the corner from his home when he was shot. The gunman ran off and remains on the loose. Relative Sandy Gonzalez, who organized a GoFundMe for funeral expenses, said Anthony was the victim of a senseless act of violence behind the gun of a coward. As of Wednesday, the GoFundMe has collected $4,300 in donations. He leaves behind a broken-hearted daughter, mother, sister, brothers, and close friends who are considered family. According to family, he was too good for this world. Anthony has always been our go-to, our confidant, our heart, and our Wolfpack leader, and he will be remembered forever. Man, that's so unfortunate, man. It's like, bro, why do everybody got guns, bro? Why do everybody got guns in New York? Y'all don't know how to act. At least I lived in the South before for a short period of time. And one thing I could say is they all got guns, but they not going to just boom you for no reason or just as soon as they get mad. You know what I'm saying? They got more of a style to it where it's like, you know, you violate, then they going to violate. Or they feel like they in danger, they gonna probably shoot you. You feel me? Up here, you could just step on a nigga's sneakers, he gonna blow your fucking head off. Pause. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Condolences to that 35-year-old man as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's very unfortunate. Like every day, every other day, we getting murders in the Bronx, man, with young people, young men. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? We bringing awareness, but we gotta find a solution at the same time. You know, like I love the Bronx, bro. As much as grimy and as crazy it is, I love my city, bro. I love it, and I'm saying that's why I'm doing this because we need a solution, bro. This is out of hand. But let's move on to the next story. It doesn't end there. Another quick story in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? It says a man stole a car with teen in the back seat. A man stole a car with teen in the back seat near Bronx College on Tuesday night. All right. According to police, a woman was loading groceries in her vehicle near 2260 University Ave at around 11 p.m. Of course, why are you out there that late doing groceries, ma? But when a man hopped in and took off with the car, according to the NYPD, the woman's 15-year-old son was in the back seat. The boy was able to get out of the car near Cedar Avenue, and the car was recovered on Sedgwick Avenue. There were no injuries and have been no arrests. See, I'm just trying to show you another evidence of bugged out behavior, burnt out behavior. What you did that for? What, you wanted the groceries or something? Or like, you feel me? When didn't you not see her son? Then you leave the V. I'm pretty sure your fingerprints and like, I don't know, bro. I'm saying this why, bro, get dash cameras. Everybody that got a car in New York City, get a dash camera that's always recording. I should have saved you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on to the next story, man. I'm just trying to show you how crazy the Bronx is on an everyday basis. So on another incident of crazy, we have a man in a wheelchair robbed at gunpoint. I'm going to say that again. A man in a wheelchair robbed at gunpoint. Listen, the cops are looking for a man who stuck up a man in a wheelchair and a woman in the Bronx in two separate robberies. At around 2:45 p.m. on July 13th, a 52-year-old man in a wheelchair was in front of 3433 3rd Avenue when he was approached by a man dressed in a light blue t-shirt, matching sneakers, and a baseball cap. Cops said the suspect pulled out a handgun and demanded the man's property. The victim handed over his cell phone and wallet to the gunman. The wallet contained an unknown amount of cash. The robber then fled on foot. The victim was not injured during the stick-up. A half an hour later, cops said the same robber struck again. At around 3:15 on July 13th, a 27-year-old woman was standing in front of a commercial establishment at Melrose Avenue and East 161st Street in Concourse Village. The man in blue walked up to her and pulled out a gun. He then snatched the woman's purse from her. With purse in hand, the gunman ran away. Later that day, a $65 charge was made on the victim's stolen credit card. The suspect is described as a man with a dark complexion, medium build, and he was last seen wearing a light blue tee with a graphic on the chest. Anyone with information, you know what to do. Listen, this nigga look like my motherfucking uncle, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you look like my pops or some shit. Nigga, keep it a band. Like, bro, this nigga is wild old. I don't know if he's Jamaican or African. It's one of the two. It gotta be one of the two. The way he dressed and the whole proportions and shit of his face and all that. The nigga look like either a Jamaican Bronx nigga, older dude, or an older African dude. What the fuck is your old ass doing backing out guns on wheelchair victims and women? This how you know he's a soft ass nigga. You're pussy, bro. Like, how you robbing disabled people and females with a gun too? On top of that, bro, yo, nigga, I hope whoever needs to see this nigga and whip this nigga ass, bro. Gangsta on the pound, bro. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. We already got the young niggas bugging out, and we understand they adolescent. That's understandable. But old dudes and shit doing this, y'all bugging the fuck out, man. Go get a fucking job, nigga. Why are you not working, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't you have a family to take care of, nigga? Like, this is bugged out, man. And last but not least, well, I had to save this one for last because just look at this picture. So apparently in Manhattan, a woman was shouted at and sprayed in the face with pepper spray at a Manhattan subway station. Wow. At around 3:10 p.m. on July 17th, on Sunday, at the West 66th Street and Lincoln Center at the Upper West Side of Manhattan, a 68-year-old woman was speaking to a group. It's understood the woman was telling the group off for jumping over the turnstile to access the subway platform. An individual who police said was uninvolved with the group then scolded the woman, telling her to mind your own business, Karen. The unknown individual then began to discharge pepper spray in the victim's face. The victim went home and reported the incident to the police about 4 hours later. She was not injured in the incident. Bro, look at this person. Respectfully, is this a man or a woman? Feel me? I think this is a man. Feel me? Like, respectfully, disrespectfully. This look like a dude dressed as a female. Know what I'm saying? Harming old ladies. If you see this nigga, first of all, find out if it's a nigga first. And then say something, man. Pepper spray this nigga back. I don't know. I'm jacking that. Feel me? Because I don't see how people like this is getting away with shit like this, bro. She could never. And if you notice the pattern, a lot of these people that's getting caught up for this type of shit, they weirdo looking people or lame looking people who are taking advantage of old people, young people, and disabled people, bro. Like, us as Bronx people and Bronxites, we gotta clip this in the fucking, like, we gotta nip this, like, feel me? Like, real talk, like, pause, we gotta nip it in the butt, feel me? Like, it's up to us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we letting these weirdos run wild and harm our people, bro. It don't make no sense. But that's what I want to end it off with. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one, man. Thanks for fucking subscribing. Like my channel, comment, all that. Participate with your boy. I'm keeping this going on a daily, man. Holla at your boy. Visuals for the culture. Yeah.